and then all Oracle services. Please make sure that they start this one. So this is a kind of check, and what are all the services, right click on it, services.msc, and just check all the Oracle services have been started or not. If not started, please start them only. Okay. Because once
Okay.
you start the Informatica, it will take some time to execute them and to connect them. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now, what is our 525, 538 nodes? There is some source table known as product transaction source table. Okay. This could be your
Okay.
problem statement. My problem statement is in my source product table, SRC product table, I have all the transactions. I have all the, recorded individually. I have all the transactions recorded individually. But when I'm trying to load them into target table, I want to aggregate them and load them. Aggregate based on what? Aggregate by product. Aggregate by product. Okay, say an example, product ID, sales, number of units and all. Give me a minute. Let me connect over here and then I can just open this for you. Can you see my screen there?
Yeah.
Okay, then I think router query, all the queries also I have given, right? It's only that I need to upload the backlog and all. I will have to only upload the trainings. For trainings, it is not allowing me to upload too many files on a single day. So I've been uploading.
Okay. Okay.
So now, and daily limit has been exceeded. So then what happened?
Okay.
Let's start from what is the table? SRC prod sale. Okay, this is my source table. What is the data in the source table? So it is, I would always recommend you to go through the source table and identify and understand what are all the source table and read the data of source table only. In real time, you might ask me now, because you have only 9 records, you are able to read. So in real time, there will not be 9 records, right? Then how? Just try to read at least, top 100 records, 120 records, and try to understand order by some key column and try to understand the pattern of the data. That is more important. So,
Okay.
so then you will get to know, okay, what is there, and how this transformation has been applied. However, it will be mentioned in the document also, mapping document also. So you will understand basically how that source data is there. Okay. So here is my source data, which has the source table, product SRC prod sale table. Okay. That needs to be loaded into what actually in my target table. So how is the source table? This TGT prod sale table. I want to load the data into TGT prod sale table. So what is actually the structure of TGT prod sale table? Let me show. Select start from TGT prod sale. So how is it your source table? It is not having any kind of aggregated transformation. So today, suppose I am, your client is a cloth vendor. So how is he actually entering into the source data? Okay, today a shirt has been purchased. What is the transaction date today? What are all today's date only? I'm just taking for one day daily transactions, like how many shirts have been purchased and how many have been sold and how many shirts have been sold and how many pants have been sold. Okay, so he sold today in the across the states also. He's just trying to find out. Okay, the state and how many quantity, like this particular shirt on this date, timestamp also you can give. Okay, in the state of AP, he sold quantity 10. Then what is the price for each one? 1,000 rupees. That's what he was just mentioning. It's a shirt again in AP on the same day. Okay, there were 20 shirts that have been sold. Okay, there is maybe the brand could be different. And here is a pant in Tamil Nadu, 30 shirts have been sold and the price for each shirt is, 1,000 rupees. Here it is not giving how many shirts have been sold and all. It is only just giving the quantity, the available shirts and available quantities, or the sold out shirts and sold out quantity, price per each quantity, price per unit price. This is price per each shirt.
Okay.
Price per each shirt, how many have been sold and all, it is. Now in target table, what I wanted to load data, because this is not a convenient way for me to. So I wanted to understand state-wise, how many total trousers or pants have been sold, and what is the total revenue, meaning that the unit price was given. So revenue is equal to unit price into total quantity that have been sold. That should come over here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And similarly, state-wise, I'm asking, like, I'm just trying to group it by, first of all, the product and then by the state. Okay. If I'm grouping
Okay.
by the product, like, it's only all the pants will come. But again, I'm doing a classification on state-wise also. And the total quantity that got sold also. Because if you see SRC product sale table, that is getting repeated, right? As and when maybe the timing is different. So as and when the transactions, like, someone came in AP, there was a transaction that happened. Okay, 10 quantity, quantity of shirts someone has taken, 10, and the price per each quantity only they were mentioning. Okay. How they are going to calculate later, it was their part, but they are not maintaining that in a table, the price. Maybe they are calculating outside or something bill or manually, we don't know. Okay. These values are not maintained. This is the unit price. So let me copy this data and see. How are we going to do this? Now, when I wanted to generate the report as an owner or someone as an end user, because you're not interested, that specific regional manager will be interested only in his sales, like, APR Tamil Nadu on that particular day and all. Okay, but holistically, if someone else, like, above that branch manager or someone regional manager wanted to see how many sales have been happened for each product and across the state, for each state, then how can we see? Okay, this is your source data. After current comparison. Okay. This is your source data. Sorry. Okay, this is your source data. Okay, this is the product name. Source data, this is product name, and this is transaction date, state, quantity that someone has purchased. Okay, and this is unit price. Okay, the price of each shirt. Okay, I'm just mentioning over here the price of each shirt and then the quantity that was purchased. I'm not saying that is the total bill of that person. The total bill might be getting calculated using manually or something. They are only simply entering only these details. If some person comes, then they will enter, okay, someone has purchased, the state, in this state, and the quantity is like 10, and the unit price of each shirt, like price of each shirt. Then they might be going to give, like, it is 10 into 1000, 10,000 bill they will have to pay. But in my source table, the total bill is not getting maintained. Okay, what do I need in the target table for this? Okay, so because if someone is maintaining it in the manually and all, as an end user, he's not able to generate the report, right? How many have been
Okay.
sold and all. Again, it is a manual compilation. Okay, someone has to go and then check how many have been sold. So it is something like, equal to star D3 into unit price. Okay, so if I'm just going to purchase 10,000, 20,000, is it unit price or some? Give me a minute. Is it unit price or is it the one? 20,000 కదండి ఇది? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 20,000.
Okay, yeah, it is unit price. Okay, then someone has to give that saying that, okay, this is actually total sales, total bill. So what is the total revenue I earned? I mean, like, because this is the bill, total revenue in terms of the shopkeeper, right? So today he sold off like 10 shirts, each one's unit price is 1,000 rupees in the state AP. Okay, so how much he earned in AP by the product shirts? By the product shirts, how much he earned in AP? Okay, then how do you do then? You will group by the state also, right? This is the total revenue. How much is the total revenue? If I'm going to purchase, then that's fine. But if I wanted to do analytics, okay, this is your transactional system. Okay, how much today you earned is like, 1,50,000. But if I wanted to do some analytics, because it is difference in the culture also, some states like, dhoti will go much more, or some people will prefer to wear only, dhotis and all. So pants will not go, but shirts, your shirts consumption is good and all. So in that way, if someone wants to analyze the data, it is not possible, right? Suppose if you have to analyze, then it is again manual thing that one has to do. How do you do manually? Like, how many shirts are there and all, just do it in sort ascending, descending. Send the selection. Yeah. The total sales is like 1,50,000. If someone wants like, how many only pants sales have been done, then how much it will be? You will just consider only the pants one equal to sum of, right? F4 to F8
Yeah.
or F7. F7.
That's it.
Okay. Sum of F4 to F7, right? That's your pant sales. Meaning like, 80,000. But your shirt sales is comparatively, like your margin could be different and all that stuff. So it could be F8 to F11. F8 to F11. That's 70,000. Okay. And in which state actually? If I'm again further splitting it up, saying that, okay, in which state actually the sales are more, then I will have to consider what? Sum of state wise. TN equal to Tamil Nadu equal to. So you are further splitting it up. Pants in Tamil Nadu, how much the sales are there? Okay, then you are doing sum of. If you want to perform this analytics, okay, F4 comma F5 comma, this is AP again, and this would be
F7.
F7, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it is semicolon over here. If it's Excel, you can give
Colon.
semicolon ఇవ్వాలండి ఇక్కడ. Okay. F4, F5, 30 plus 20, 50 plus 10, 60. Okay. And in AP, how much is there? It is 20,000. Only one record is there, right? With AP. Okay, the total is
Yeah.
80,000 for pants. Okay,
Mm.
here is the total is 80,000. Now, if I wanted to split here, TN, the state wise, what are my sales? Because I wanted to understand what is the trend that it is going on Tamil Nadu, because typically there is a cultural difference. So people might prefer to wear dhotis for this company or so and so. So, but shirts should be a little higher. So that could be my analytics that I wanted to perform. So your shirt wise, Tamil Nadu sales are F8. Is it F8?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. And F9, that's it.
Yes.
F10 and F11 belongs to AP. That is for,
Mm.
okay. This is your state-wise merchant center. This is your shirt value. Okay, in AP. So the sales are going on pretty much faster. Maybe you can include even what is that, the brand or the type of the product also, whether it is cotton or what not the attributes and all, cotton or, another cloths like silk and all that stuff. So typically the cotton clothes are trending high in southern areas because of cultural difference or humidity and all. So this way, if a client wants to perform the data analysis and all data analytics, so mostly he will use the aggregate function. Why I'm trying to tell you all this is, the aggregators are very more important. And so if you think in AP,
Okay.
it is only 20,000 because it could be like less humid. So the cotton shirts are going lesser. The product also you can just add the type and all that stuff. But this could be the split. So if you're doing all these things manually, you will have to do. You have only this base data where you are trying to calculate this, what is my total sales, and amongst my total sales, what are my major share? Like, is it trousers or shirts and all? So your major share, how much I get? Like, 80,000 by pants and 70,000 by shirts. Okay. Then the margin also you can calculate, and how much I do earn in Tamil Nadu and how much did I earn in AP. Okay. So accordingly, mostly like, we can just plan the next strategy. But here, this computation and all
Okay.
took a lot of time, right, for us? If you are doing manually for 9 records itself, is
Yeah.
it not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yes, it is taking a lot of time.
yeah, this is taking longer. So what do we do? Instead of that, we use the ETL formula, like, aggregator transformation, and we will see, and the both should give the same results also. Okay. Let me use aggregate transformation. So if you want, you can just do that also, like pants, 30th November, the transaction state, AP, total quantity is 20. So what is the total revenue earned by pants in AP? Pant AP 20,000. Look, I mean, this was earlier done using the transformation, but this was by pant in Tamil Nadu, it is 60,000, that is matching. Okay, this is our calculated data for manually. Now what I wanted to do, let's do a computation. We will apply the aggregate transformation. We will load the data into target data and we'll see whether we are getting the same results or not for this. Okay. Get table
Yeah,
TC
okay.
underscore. Clear అండి ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా?
జస్ట్ అంటే మనకు ఇక్కడ కూడా చేసుకోవచ్చు బట్ టైం టేకింగ్ కాబట్టి అక్కడ మనకి ఈజీ అయిపోతుంది
అంటే
అని
మీకు
అట్లా
ఇది జస్ట్ దీనికే ఇంత అయింది. సో గోయింగ్ ఫార్వర్డ్ సోర్స్ టు టార్గెట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్స్ ఎందుకు అప్లై చేస్తామంటే, ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ you will do it, but it is only on a particular single source table we are trying to do it. So even using it, both are on the same platform అనుకోండి, you can write what we call database procedures and all. ఒకటి టైం టేకింగ్, ఇంకొకటి డెస్పరేట్ సోర్సెస్. సో బోత్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ ఆన్ డిఫరెంట్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్స్ అనుకోండి. సపోజ్ ఫ్రాడ్ సేల్ వచ్చేసి నాకు SQL సర్వర్ లో ఉంది. ఓకే, సోర్స్ టేబుల్.
ఓకే ఓకే
మీకు టార్గెట్ టేబుల్ వచ్చేసి మీకు వేరే డేటాబేస్ లో లోడ్ అవ్వాలి, ఆర్కిల్ కానీ టెరాడేటా కానీ. సో అప్పుడు మళ్ళీ మీరు ఏ ప్రొసీజర్స్ రాయడానికి
ఓకే
లేదు, రైట్? దెన్ యూ డు గో ఫర్ బికాస్
ఓకే
ఆఫ్ దిస్
ఓకే ఓకే
యూనిఫార్మిటీ అండి. ఇన్ఫర్మాటికా ప్రొవైడ్స్ దిస్ యూనిఫార్మిటీ కదా. మీకు ఇదే మీకు సోర్స్ ఫైల్ ట్యాబులర్ ఫామ్ లో ఉందనుకోండి. ఓకే, you will have to load the file and you will have to perform this aggregator and you will have to load the data into target data kada. Okay,
యా
so that is I did it for manual validation, how much it is time taking. Okay, one is another is the volume of data also. Going forward, the volume is also important. So if when I started, my business was very small and hardly 10 customers, 20 customers unnaru. So as and when the time passes, your business will grow up and you will have tons of records kada. ఇప్పుడు మైగ్రేషన్ ఎందుకు జరుగుతాయి మీకు మాక్సిమం అంటే మాక్సిమం ఈజ్ ద పాసిబిలిటీ దట్ వై ద మైగ్రేషన్స్ ఆర్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఇన్ 70s and 80s when computerization happened. Cobol was there, so very few customers were there and it was supporting that systems and all, legacy mainframe systems and all. So maintenance was high and all. But with the evolution of computers and all, when the people grow up, your business expands or you have plans to expand the business, then your licensing issue, maintenance issue is becoming much more costlier. And with this evolution of computers and all, they wanted to migrate into the new technology and what. So migration there are two parts. One, we will have to ensure that existing customers, for all there, that existing data, production data should not be lost. Ante customer is not bothered about the technology, whatever we use, right? What he wants, his response time should be faster, and he wants to be unaffected by any of these systems and all. He should be able to access it. See, okay, 5 to 6 years ago or at least 10 years ago, nobody thought that apps would become this much hit. Now everything is getting done through apps, right? So it's
yeah
evolution of such kind of things. One is the larger volume of data. Adi organizations ki challenging అయిపోతుంది. Maintenance will be challenging. Okay, resources, skills and all different. Maintenance will be challenging. The licenses part and all. At least like 10 to 12 years ago, people were hardly thinking about big data. We started undergoing trainings and all because SQL Server has some license. So at that time, the customers were using only that licensed version and all. Who could afford only, they could afford. And sometimes, like even after the entire project was done, because customer was not ready to spend that much money, those projects were scrapped and all. So now they are looking for more. Our customers, technical customers or organizations, they are looking for less maintenance with huge volume of data. And I mean, like huge volume in the sense the scalability should be there and it should be platform independent, and that they do not want any licensed tools right now. They wanted to get out of this licensing thing. So they will spend minimum of time, but they are exploring this cloud options and all this stuff, right? Rewriting the code and all. So they wanted whatever the existing code is there, they wanted to rewrite and maintain that. Okay. So if I'm going with this, let me connect to database and apply the aggregator functions. Manam cheyyachu, but the problem over here is one is time taking and another is the uniformity. You don't know what are all the source files, where do they exist, right? Or platform and all. So if at all it is through ETL, you can just import everything and then you can. So my gut feeling is if you're into data migration or data warehouse, at least I've been surviving this as my bread and butter for the past 15 years and like you have to upgrade yourself to new technologies in this big data or whatever it is, whenever it is needed and all. But the basic thing is your core SQL skills. And if you are good at, if you are good at SQL, the way that I hire my team also in the similar way. So if you are good at SQL, so with a little training or here and there, or if you are having the at least knowledge and all, we could train them. We could train for minimum training like 2 weeks.
If in case మీరు బిగ్ డేటా కోర్స్ కూడా ఇచ్చేలాగైతే నాకు చెప్పండి. దాని ఫ్యూచర్ లో
Definitely, I'll let you know. But I need some time and as of now because because of some
Yeah,
personal
yeah.
reasons. I took like couple of months leave and all. I'm on leave currently, but if I
Okay.
something come into my notice, definitely I'll be letting you know. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, ప్లీజ్. మీరు
Hmm.
ప్రిపరేషన్ ఒకసారి అదే చెప్పండి. సో
Sure,
దట్
sure,
నాకు
sure.
కూడా
I do have.
ఈజీ అవుతుంది.
I'll just keep you posted also, whatever if it comes into my notice and all. ఎందుకంటే we were
యా,
also looking for terrifically for resources అండి. The minimum to minimum queries కూడా రాయడం దాని వల్ల వస్తుంది. అంటే ఇంటర్వ్యూలో మీరు ఫిల్టర్ చేయలేదంటారు. సో హార్డ్లీ like 1 to 1.5 hour ఇంటర్వ్యూలో it was so difficult. And some people were being hired. I don't know who అంటే మాకు ఎవరు హైర్ చేశారో కూడా తెలీదు. వాట్ స్కిల్ దే ఎంటర్డ్ ఆల్సో వి
ఓకే.
డోంట్ నో. సో అప్పటికొచ్చేప్పటికి పూల్‌లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళని తీసుకోండి అంటే ఇట్ వాస్ బికమింగ్ రియల్లీ డిఫికల్ట్ ఫర్ us అండి. laterals and
ఓకే.
people are coming
ఓకే.
and all. So I bet మీరు నిజంగా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తే whatever the knowledge you gain in 2 months also, many of them cannot answer people who has been working for 4 to 5 years, who are climbing like 4 to 5 years ఉన్నారు.
ఆహాహాహా! ఓకే.
నేను
ఓకే.
చూసాను కదా! అంటే
హ్మ్.
నాకు 2 ఇయర్స్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు కూడా క్యాండిడేట్స్ రాయలేకపోయారు. అట్‌లీస్ట్ ఇన్ ద ప్రాజెక్ట్ పీపుల్ హాస్ బీన్ దేర్.
ఓకే. ఓకే. ఓకే.
ఓకే.
సో ఆల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ వీ నీడ్ టు
ఆ!
ప్రాక్టీస్ a lot.
ఆ! జస్ట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ అండి. go through the recordings and all everything. So
యాహ్! యాహ్! ష్యూర్.
why did I open SQL Server? Sorry, lost something. Informatica.
అంటే నాకు బిగ్ డేటా జాబ్ కాదు నేను చెప్పేది. లైక్ కోర్స్ మీరు ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తే కోర్స్ బిగ్ డేటా సైడ్
యాక్చువల్లీ నేను ప్రిపేర్
టెస్టింగ్, బిగ్ డేటా
చేయలేదండి.
టెస్టింగ్
దట్
అని.
వాస్ మై ప్రాబ్లమ్. స్వప్నకి లెక్స్
ఇఫ్
యాక్సెస్
ఇన్ కేస్
ఉంటుంది
అదే
కదా!
మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా
ఇన్ఫోసిస్‌లో ఐ నో దట్ ఈస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్
హుహు.
నాట్ అథెంటిక్ కానీ స్వప్న దాంట్లో లెక్స్ కోర్సెస్ ఉంటాయండి మంచివి. లైక్ ఇఫ్ షీ
ఓకే.
కెన్
అంటే నాకు నేను టీసీఎస్‌లో చేస్తాను. నాకు కూడా కోర్సెస్ అయితే ఉంటాయి.
మీరు
బట్ యూడెమీ
విత్
నుంచి
దిస్ నాలెడ్జ్ యూ కెన్ ఈజీలీ గెట్ త్రూ అండి. అంటే నాకు టీసీఎస్‌లో కూడా చేశాను కానీ నాకు ఇప్పుడు బిగ్ డేటాలో ఎంత ఉంది టీసీఎస్‌లో అన్నది నాకు గుర్తులేదు. ఐ డిడ్ లాంగ్ బ్యాక్
టీసీఎస్‌లో
కానీ
నాకు ఏ కోర్స్ దొరికినా దొరుకుతుంది.
నాకైతే ఇప్పుడు ఇన్ఫోసిస్‌లో చూసినవి దే ఆర్ మచ్ మోర్ బావున్నాయనిపించింది నాకు. అవి
ఓకే.
చూస్తే.
ఓకే.
అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ టఫ్ టు క్లియర్ దోస్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఆల్సో. ఈవెన్ ఐ కుడ్ నాట్. అంటే దే ఆర్ లెంగ్తీ బట్
ఓకే.
ఇఫ్ యూ హావ్ సమ్ టైమ్ సెల్ఫ్ లెర్నింగ్‌వి వీటితోటి మీకు కొంచెం ఐడియా వస్తదన్నమాట బిగ్ డేటాది.
ఓకే.
అంటే
ఓకే.
మీకు
ఓకే.
లెక్స్ కోర్సెస్ చూస్తే బికాస్ నాది ఇట్ వాస్ లాంగర్ టైమ్ అండి. లైక్ ఐ డిడ్ వాటెవర్ ఐ డిడ్. ఐ మీన్ వే
ఓకే.
బ్యాక్
ఓకే.
ఐ డిడ్. సో అంటే అప్పటికి మాకు ప్రిఫరెన్స్ వచ్చి ఇన్ 2015 అండ్ ఆల్ ఇట్ వాస్ మోస్ట్‌లీ ఓన్లీ ఆన్ క్లాస్ రూమ్ ట్రైనింగ్స్ అండి. రాదర్ దాన్ వెబ్ ట్రైనింగ్స్ అండ్ ఆల్ వెన్ ఐ వాస్ ఇన్ టీసీఎస్. సో
యాహ్! యాహ్! దీస్ డేస్ ఇట్ ఈస్
ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఐడియా లేదు. మేబీ దే వుడ్ హావ్ ఆల్సో అప్‌డేటెడ్ టు దిస్ యాప్స్ అండ్ ఆల్. బట్ ఐ వాస్ టాకింగ్ the time zone of 8 to 9 years ago.
ఓకే.
బట్ అవి ఉంటాయి. లేకపోతే మీరు నెట్‌లో అయినా చూసుకోవచ్చు. దట్ ఈస్ దే ఆర్ సో లెంగ్తీ అండ్ ఆల్. యూ డోంట్ హావ్ టు. మీకు కొంచెం లిటిల్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ సింటాక్స్ డిఫరెన్స్ అండ్ ఆల్ వస్తాయి. అండ్ యూ డోంట్ హావ్ టు టెల్ హిమ్ ఆల్సో నేను వర్క్ చేశానని. యూ కెన్ సే దట్ యూ హావ్ ఎక్స్‌పోజర్ బట్ యూ హావ్ వర్క్డ్ ఆన్ దిస్ ఆర్కిల్ అండ్ ఈటీఎల్ ప్లాట్‌ఫార్మ్స్ అనుకుంటే గనక ఇట్ వుడ్ బి డెఫినైట్‌లీ హెల్ప్‌ఫుల్ ఫర్ యూ అండి. అంటే మీకు
అంటే నేను
కంప్లీట్‌గా
ఇంటర్నల్‌గానే మూవ్ అయిదామని చూస్తున్నా అండి. సో నాకు కూడా
ఇంటర్నల్‌గా
కొంచెం
మూవ్
ఈజీ
అవ్వడం.
ఉంటది.
యూజువల్లీ దట్ ఈస్ అ బెటర్ ఆప్షన్ అనుకోండి. ఈవెన్ ఐ డిడ్ లైక్ దట్ 8 to 9 ఇయర్స్ ఎగో.
యాహ్! సో
నేను కూడా
నాకు
అదే చేశాను.
రాకపోయినా దే నో దట్ ఐ డోంట్ నో మచ్ అది ఇదని. సో ఐ కుడ్ గెట్
You will eventually
బెటర్.
learn and because the similar thing happened to me. నేను 2000 ఐ థింక్ 11, 12లో అనుకుంటా. I told them I'm from SQL background. నాకు SQL వచ్చు. ఇప్పుడుగా ఐ డిడ్ SQL టెస్టింగ్ అండ్ ఆల్ బికాస్ నేను .NET అండ్ SQL టెస్టింగ్ మీద వచ్చాను. సో
ఓకే. ఓకే. ఓకే.
అప్పుడు అంటే ఎప్పుడో లాంగ్ బ్యాక్ చేశాను. సో ఐ యామ్ ఫెమిలియర్ విత్ SQL అని చెప్తే దే సెడ్ మ్యామ్ ఓన్లీ SQL అంటే యూ హావ్ ఓన్లీ మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ క్లయింట్ అంటే ఐ డు నాట్ వాంట్ టు వర్క్ ఫర్ దట్. నేను 2, 3 ఇయర్స్ చేశాను అంటే దెన్ వి హావ్ అప్పటికి 11, 12లో ఇంకా 10 ఐ థింక్ 10, 11, 12లో ఇన్ఫర్మాటికా వస్తే కనుక మనకు బ్యాంకింగ్ క్లయింట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆల్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ యాక్చువల్లీ మూవింగ్ టు బ్యాంకింగ్ క్లయింట్స్. ఈటీఎల్ టెస్టింగ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్‌లో ఉన్నాయి ఓపెనింగ్స్ అంటే I learnt Informatica outside on my own అండి when I was on bench. అంటే there is no much
ఓకే. ఓకే.
వాల్యూ యాడెడ్ అనుకోండి Informatica నేర్చుకోవడం వల్ల, లేకపోవడం వల్ల ఈటీఎల్ టెస్టింగ్‌కి. ఈ
ఓకే.
ట్రాన్స్‌ఫర్మేషన్స్
ఓకే.
అవన్నీ
అవును.
నేను చెప్తున్నాను. ఇవి నేను నేర్చుకున్నవి కొన్నవి.
అదే అదే.
బట్ ఏంటి అంటే మీకు ఐడియా ఉంటుంది బేసికల్లీ. You can
Yeah, yeah.
just go
Idea
and check
ఉంటుంది.
them. At least like what is a transformation, what is a mapping document, what is it
Yeah,
doing
okay.
and all, like, you will be having idea. Then I just moved into the CTL project only. And then lead just it became a good success అనమాట. Like 2.5 years
Yeah.
అంటే మనకు వస్తే ఒక డిఫరెంట్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ కదా మనకి, లైక్ వాట్ ఈస్ వాట్ అన్నది, వాట్ ఈస్ ద టైప్స్ అండ్ ఆల్.
Yeah, yeah, that's
ఓకే. Now there is SRC prod sale, right? I'm going to restart and let me stop here and then restart in the మధ్యలో వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. SRC prod sale ని ఒకసారి we'll just import this. We have two tables అండి basically. SRC prod sale ఒకటి, TGT prod sale ఒకటి. This is the target. You got my point, right? I'm trying to consolidate this data and I'm trying to load like this. Like, how many pans have been sold, what are the total units. Units also I want to sum up of units, okay? Total units that have been sold across the state. So in such a way that, చూడండి ఇక్కడ product name వచ్చింది, transaction date వచ్చింది. What do I need to group by now? State వచ్చింది. Instead of quantity, I want to go with the total quantity. Okay, total quantity. And instead of unit price, I want to go with the total price. These are my fields. So when I'm using this, sum of quantity, this aggregate function, sum of quantity, which is equal sum of quantity, and then here I wanted to use one more aggregate function. Okay, I will not give this equal to sum of quantity. Sum of quantity into price will become your total revenue. Clear andi? Ante kada. Total price
Yeah.
అంటే యూనిట్ ప్రైస్ కాస్ట్ ఉంది ఇంటూ ఎన్ని కొంటే అన్ని మనకి ఇది అవుతుంది. ఈ సమ్ అని ఎందుకు చెప్పానంటే సమ్ ఆఫ్ క్వాంటిటీ ప్రైస్, బికాస్ వీఆర్ గ్రూపింగ్ దెమ్ బై ప్రోడక్ట్ నేమ్స్ అండ్ దెన్ బై స్టేట్స్. ఓకే, వీఆర్ గ్రూపింగ్ దెమ్ బై ప్రోడక్ట్ నేమ్ అండ్ దెన్ స్టేట్స్. సో ఇప్పుడు హౌ మెనీ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ రిపీటెడ్ డేటా దేర్ ఆర్ 2 types of states here, 2 types of products. సో నాకు ఏమేమి వస్తాయంటే యాక్చువల్లీ నేను గ్రూప్ చేస్తే కనుక ప్రోడక్ట్ నేమ్ ఇస్ ప్యాంట్ వస్తుంది. సపోజ్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ డేట్ సేమ్ కాబట్టి నాకు ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ డేట్ విల్ నాట్ బి ప్రాబ్లం. ఇఫ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు గ్రూప్ బై ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ డేట్ ఆల్సో నాకు అన్ని రిపీటెడ్ ఎంటిటీస్ వస్తాయి. యూ రిమెంబర్, if there are having different transaction dates, అన్ని repeated entities వస్తాయి. Okay, now what I will get, okay, this is actually your transaction date. Transaction date is in across, so state is AP Telangana and this is sure and it is Telangana, and here again pant, sorry, pant AP sorry, my bad, it is not. Initially I'm grouping pant Telangana and then shirt AP shirt Telangana. So how many ever records are there? There are around 8 records ఉన్నాయనుకోండి ఇక్కడ. In my target table, they are going to load only 4 records. So whenever you are doing even data reconciliation, count check also from source to target, be it could be source table is staging table అనుకోండి and your target table has some transformations అనుకోండి, then it is not necessary every time that your select count of star from this so and so should match with the select count of star from target table. Okay, select count of star from target table, when will it match? Once you incorporate that entire transformation logic into source table, then only it's going to match. You're getting my point, Andy?
No, sorry, can you repeat the point?
So ఇది నాకు మొత్తం ఎన్ని రికార్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి? One, say an example.
9 records.
9 records
Okay.
have been split into 4 only. Because yeah, I'm classifying based on the product and based on the state. If I'm classifying only based on the product, and I'll get only 2 records.
2 records,
classification level. If I want to classify based on the transaction date, ఇప్పుడు transaction date సేమ్ ఉంది కాబట్టి నాకు ఒక్కటే రికార్డ్ వస్తుంది. బట్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ డేట్ మల్టిపుల్ ఉంటే కనుక నాకు 2 records వస్తాయి. ఓకే, I'm sorry for the late అండి, but we'll just continue for this transaction అండి. I wanted this is important, so I've just wanted it to be
Yeah.
reiterated.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So this is
Yesterday
how
just
we are going to
reconnected.
load it to the target table. Okay. Now let me connect to Informatica, or we'll try it once again. And it's already imported under new ODBC, but
ఇది
let me
less than a minute ఉన్నట్టుంది.
మళ్ళీ రీస్టార్ట్ చేయనా అండి? Shall I
Yeah.
stop
Yeah.
and restart that? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Immediately I'm going to restart it.